U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said on Friday that China should free 2 Canadian citizens who were detained this week after authorities in Canada arrested a senior Chinese technology executive on a U.S. extradition warrant. Pompeo's comments were the first by a senior U.S. official on the arrests, which Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said could escalate a growing trade conflict between China and the United States. The unlawful detention of 2 Canadian citizens is unacceptable, Pompeo told reporters after talks in Washington, D.C., with Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland. They ought to be returned. We ask all nations of the world to treat other citizens properly. Canadian officials were granted consular access on Friday to one of the 2 detainees in China and were still trying to contact the second, the Foreign Affairs Ministry said. China detained the 2, businessman Michael Spivak and Michael Kovrig, a former diplomat and an advisor with the International Crisis Group, ICG, after Canadian police arrested Huawei Technologies Company Limited's chief financial officer, Meng Wanzhou, on December 1. ICG President Robert Malley also called for Kovrig's release on Saturday. Michael's arrest is unjust. He should be freed immediately, Malley said in a statement. Far from being secretive, Michael's work was open for all to see, Chinese officials first and foremost, he said. Kovrig did not do anything to endanger China's national security, either as a diplomat or at the ICG, Malley said. U.S. prosecutors accuse Meng of misleading multinational banks about Iran-linked transactions, putting the banks at risk of violating U.S. sanctions. Meng, who is the daughter of Huawei's founder, has said she is innocent. Potentially complicating the case, U.S. President Donald Trump made comments this week that legal experts say may have undermined the U.S. basis for extradition. Asked about the remarks, Freeland said, "We all agree that the most important thing we can do is to uphold the rule of law, ensure that Ms. Meng's right to due process is respected and that the current judicial process in Canada remains apolitical."